What up, Geek Squad? Today I'm talking about Hivemapper again. I received my second Hivemapper unit, the one that I won from getting second place in their bike mount competition. It wasn't specifically for motorcycles, but bike mounts competition, and I put mine on my motorcycle. Anyway, reward for winning second place was another device. Now, I've been talking with the people at Hivemapper, specifically some of the developers, and I was accepted into the beta program for the new operating system, OS 2. One of the big features that I'm very interested in trying out is phoneless mapping. So you'll be able to ride with this for 8 to 10 hours without actually having to connect your phone. Once that gets, bugs and stuff worked out of it, that's going to go a long way, maximizing the reach of this project. What do I mean by that? People like my wife isn't going to want to connect their phone to this and keep their phone up and syncing every time they need to go to work or run to the store or go to grandma's or whatever. So having it standalone where it just freaking works is going to be a big game changer in my opinion. Being part of the beta program means I'll have a dedicated app that's outside of the standard published app that any other Hivemapper is using currently. So my original thought was I'll just use an old phone that I had laying around instead of my main one. So I found a Galaxy S8, if you can believe it, in a box somewhere that we've upgraded from somewhere down the line. Got it wiped and updated to the newest, latest, greatest, and its last supported OS version was Android 9. Well, talking to the devs, the new app, at least the beta app, requires Android 12 and above, or there were issues with versions under 12. I couldn't even get the beta app installed on Android 9, so that I could go through and root the phone and get 12 installed, but it's more of a pain in the butt than it's worth. Since I only use my original dash cam on my motorcycle, like on the weekends, couple hours at a time, essentially I'm going to install this in my wife's vehicle because she drives to work every day. I work from home. Not really a point in me putting this in my car. It's not going to get much use out of it. But updating it, installing it in her truck. But before I dive into that, two things. First, go ahead and hit that like button if you like the video and enjoy this kind of content. And second is a quick little update on where I left off with the original Hivemapper. The week before, so the last week of April, I went out riding for about an hour or so, and I headed north of where I'm at to a more rural area where, the roads are twisty and windy, and it's more enjoyable to ride in that area. So I got paid out that following week. I got paid out 65 honey tokens. Not much. The following week, so the first week of May, being paid out the second week of May, I did the same thing, but I went the opposite direction towards a more populated area, not like all the way down to Atlanta, not in a one of the blue squares or blue areas on the Explorer Hivemapper that says, hey, we're paying extra for data in these areas. I didn't go there. So the payouts in that week were 124 honey tokens. So about double. But I was out riding for about the same amount of time. Then the following week, so the second week of May, paid out the third week of May, I went riding north in a more rural area, not exactly the same area, but so a main road up to, I'm trying not to dox myself here, a main road up to another town, and then a back road to another town, and then back around to my town, right? Just a long, motorcycle ride. Going for about 2 hours. I also received, so paid out the third week of May, I received 126 honey tokens. So if you think about it, going out into the rural area currently gets me about 60 tokens an hour, so 1 token a minute. When I went out for 2 hours in the same direction, less populated, lots of woods, probably areas that companies aren't going to pay for the imaging of that area, that location, versus the same amount of time in a somewhat more populated area got me almost double the tokens, so maybe 2 honey tokens a minute. Again, these are all just round numbers. You know, nothing is set in stone that I can see. There's no real true way for me so far to document exactly how much I'm paid out when and whatnot. So yeah, that kind of leads me back to where I left off with these. So this is the original Hivemapper. I put a handy dandy little label on there so I know which one's which. This is Dashcam 1. This is the original, the one that I want to keep on OS 1, at least for now. I did the same thing here. I put a handy dandy little label on it that's Dashcam 2 or DC2. This is the one I'm going to update to the new operating system. And instead of trying to use an old phone and hacking the phone, I'm going to go ahead and update to the beta application on my daily driver phone, on my Note 20. And we'll see where it goes from there. Really, this was just a little update to let you know that how much honey I'm making using this kind of device. I'm gonna have a new update, hopefully in the next week or two, about the new operating system, how well it works, if it's working. But I'm very interested in checking that out, and I will definitely keep you updated. So make sure you subscribe to the channel for more updates and more content like this and then some. And of course, thanks for watching.